Hey guys, we are Documentary Later. So we are going to do an improvised documentary on stage, and we like to ask to kind of get the show going. What's something that you don't really know a lot about that your friends do, and they give you shit all the time for knowing? Anything that you don't know about that you maybe want to see a documentary about on stage.
Power Rangers, Marvel,
Power Rangers,
Broadway, Marvel Universe.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Bees!
I'm okay with almost anything but
These
bees.
are all great.
Power Rangers,
Game
Marvel.
of Thrones. What do you guys like?
Ooh, Game of
I like
Thrones.
Power Rangers and bees.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers?
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
All right, do it. What do we know about Power
Okay,
Rangers?
so Power Rangers originally, it was in the 90s. It's since had like 12 kind of offshoots of it, like in space and Dino Turbo and all this other shit. But they're very colorful. It was based off of a Japanese show because when they're all into robots and stuff, they come together as a big one, like Voltron. So it's American, but it was based off of Japanese TV shows.
Now I heard there was something called like a Power Ranger curse. Didn't like a lot of them die?
The red one like killed
Yeah.
someone.
Like
Red
there's like
It was like a
3 that are
samurai
in
sword. It was
jail.
like
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, one of them was an addict from the original ones too.
I once met the Red Power Ranger, but it
Not
was,
the- not the
it was
killer
the,
one.
it was the one who didn't murder somebody. It was the one who didn't murder somebody.
And it's just an endless stream of marketing because it still continues to go on. Like there's, I believe, a new Power Ranger show that's on right now, and they're still marketing like all the Power Ranger stuff, so it's pretty enduring.
I remember I was afraid of the villain from the movie when I was a little kid.
Rita Repulsa?
No, Rita was funny. It was the purple guy from the movie.
Oh.
He would like throw slime in your mouth or something. It was really weird.
He never kissed a girl ever again.
What did Rita look like?
She had like horns and like a
She would go,
full dress. Yeah.
2,000 years, I'm free!
Yeah, very long.
She leaned back when she did it.
Yeah, she had a staff.
And her plan was always send a monster. It would always die because it sucked. Then she would make it bigger.
Yeah.
And she should have just made it bigger from the start.
Yeah.
It would never have a chance if she
Right,
did
it would
that.
always get its
but,
ass
But she would
whooped.
always.
It would get his ass whooped in the second act, so the third act, if she would blow it up, then it would really get his ass whooped by the big robot, and then she's like, maybe it wasn't that monster.
You
It
know,
would always be a pun.
listening to
It would
y'all-
always be like the blue Power Ranger's really like sad he's gonna get a B on his math test, and she'd be like, "Oh, so you like bees, huh?" And then, like so the monster would be like a giant bee.
You just have to bring the bees in.
I think we have enough for our documentary.
All right, when the lights come up, documentary on Power Rangers. We open on a wide shot of a nice green field, grassy, blue sky, right? Looks peaceful, a nice sun. All of a sudden, a giant robotic tiger claw, boom, smashes onto the center of our screen. It leaves rubble all over the place.
There's a huge footprint, and the camera slowly zooms into the footprint, and we go into this crazy cool visual effects thing where we're like diving through anthills and stuff, and we pop back up, and we're inside of a kitchen. And because we rode the back of an ant, kind of like Ant-Man. So like now we're back. Now we're in a kitchen, right? And we see like this beautiful set. We got French toast. We got gold glasses. We got milk, and we see a little red Power Ranger helmet sitting right next to it, and like a bowl of Cocoa Crisps. Also.
Our camera passes across the entire buffet. We see that at the end of it, there's a script open. Someone has been reading it, highlighting it. We see as we zoom in on the title of it, it says Power Rangers Forever. We zoom in, it kind of comes up, and we see that that's the title of our documentary today. And we slowly fade out. We open up. We're on an interview with the creator of Power Rangers from the 90s, the original. We see he's wearing like an old captain hat for some reason and a pipe.
His name is Mark Jichter.
Mr. Jichter, tell us about the original concepts to steal from the Japanese.
Well, we know that Godzilla was very, very popular. And so you're probably wondering what his voice is. It's German, I think. But basically, yes, we try to copy the Japanese. They do everything better than us, let's be honest. And I wanted to basically copy Godzilla and have that be the villain, but it's like a mech, so it's like metal and it's not actually a beast.
Right, Godzilla was a metaphor for nuclear warfare. What's the
That's
metaphor
right.
on Power Rangers?
Power Rangers, I like to think that we are all Power Rangers. And I like to think they represent the power that we could be. I try to inspire with my work.
We cut to an interview with the actor that plays the Red Ranger. Hello, welcome. Thank you for coming to speak to us.
Sorry I'm late.
We know the story, but for those that don't, please tell us why.
Oh, yeah, I had a bit of a rager last night. Rager. Rager.
Ranger?
Rager!
He has a half-smoked joint behind his ear, and he has holes in his pants, and his legs are all bloody.
That's not allowed in the studio. Okay, all right.
I was fucking Calvin the Red Power Ranger.
Are you supposed to uphold some sort of image of like a role model type?
Yeah, but that's only on screen. Behind the scenes, I can do what the fuck I want.
Well, we were told that when you met with the creator of the show, he told you how important, how this falls on your shoulders, how you have to carry the show.
That's why I'm doing the Ragers, because it's a lot of pressure and I need to let it out.
We cut to that day 10 years prior when the Red Power Ranger and Captain Drictor met each other for the first time.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Captain Drictor? Super excited to be
Put
joining.
this down. Sorry, I smoke a lot.
Oh.
Have since I was 8.
Since you were 8, I've never smoked a single thing in my life. I got virgin lungs.
They're in a Jamba Juice.
Virgin lungs. I only drink green juice. My mom was a vegetarian and my dad was a carny. So, I totally stick to the basics. Dad was also never around because he was a carny.
Because he was a carny, yeah. Well, that's terrifying to hear. I mean, what do you think you can really bring to the Power Rangers?
I think I could bring.
Are you okay, son?
Choking on my spit. That happens. I have cystic fibrosis.
Fibrosis? I
Yeah.
think that's cancer, right?
It's not. It's not cancer. But listen, I think I could bring a lot of kids with cystic fibrosis into our audience. If I do a few commercials, like, hey, I have cystic fibrosis, I'm the Red Power Ranger, and one day we can kind of just build a good audience and say, hey, if I can do it, anybody can be a Power Ranger.
We see they keep talking, but it kind of fades, and then letters appear in front of our screen, and it says, for the audience out there that is not stupid, cystic fibrosis is when you get mucus in your lungs, and something else very scientific.
The more you know.
It fades back into their scene.
Yeah, so I think I could just I could be a good role model, basically, is all I'm saying. Just as long as you don't put too much pressure on me, because I can be kind of, it'd be kind of tough for me whenever people put pressure on me,
Well, the world rides on your shoulders.
Well, that's exactly what I did.
We come back to an interview with Richter. So yeah, you had a lot of hopes on that actor 10 years ago, but we saw how that played out today. Any regrets?
I have 2 Jamba Juices, sorry. No one came to the one I said told them to come to Jamba Juice, they ditched me. Anyway, question again, I apologize.
Any regrets about having hired the Red Ranger?
I regret, bringing him into this because I put a lot of pressure on him, and he puts a lot of pressure onto himself, and I worry about him sometimes. He cries. He
When
cries
did
during
you
our
first
shows.
notice something was off about him? Was it the
Literally-
fact that he never had a name and just called himself the Red Ranger?
Because there was an application, and it literally just said the Red Power Ranger, and I was like, what's your name? And he wouldn't tell me. But that was the first thing, and then the Jamba Juice, obviously, he's got the mucus thing. He told me later it was about mucus.
We cut to an interview with Timmy Thomason, a little child from the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Yeah, so I was able to pull a lot of kids together, and we were able to make a wish, and the Red Ranger was our biggest role model. You see, we all have cystic fibrosis. We can't really breathe sometimes because of our lungs. Actually, little kids can't pronounce it, so we call it 65 roses. Thank you. And so we all got together, thank you. Is this the morphine?
The morphine and the oxygen combined.
So we really wanted to meet our hero, right? We thought he was going to come today and kind of talk to all of us. It turns out he has, what do you call those? A restraining order, where he can't get within 100 feet of children.
Cut back to reenactment of when that happened. Oh my God, guys! It's the Red Power Ranger! It's the Red Power Ranger!
The camera cuts to a close-up of it. It's blurred, but it's clearly just like in the shape of a dog turd.
Oh, I could not hold it, guys. I'm sorry it was during your recess.
You're my idol,
sorry.
though.
I know, but sometimes you get diarrhea when you eat a lot of Thai food.
We smash cut to an interview with the arresting officer. So, in your own words, can you tell us about what happened that evening?
You know, it's just a day in the life. Yeah. You're out there, you think you're gonna have a nice day, you think things are going well for old Tommy Jones, and then you know, you see the radio goes off, you pick it up, it goes, hey, we got the red Power Ranger, he's shitting in front of the cystic fibrosis place, and you're like, didn't I arrest him last week for doing that in front of the Chuck E. Cheese?
He
And
has
he did.
a forearm tattoo of the Power Rangers villain.
You knew that was the Red Ranger. You're familiar with the show.
Oh yeah, I used to watch the shit out of the show, and I would always root that he would die. Him specifically. All the others I was okay with, but him, I'm like, man, I just really hope he dies in this episode, and he never did.
You don't think that would make you compromised or biased to take on this case?
Nobody cares if you hate the Power Rangers, all right?
We cut to an interview with his partner. We sat outside the Red Power Rangers house for 7 days.
We see his partner has a full sleeve of tattoos, but it's all Japanese manga and anime and the original Voltron and shit like that. And then right here, Power Rangers with a red circle and the line across it. Fuck no.
I mean, I get it. I also harbor certain feelings for the reboot of the Power. Come on, it's all been done before. It's all been stolen. But you know what? That's beside the point. We are here to serve and protect. And I don't know how we're serving and protecting when we're hanging outside this guy's house 7 days a week. And by the way, he's not even there. He's underneath the bridge, giving blowjobs, getting money from meth. I don't know why we're there.
We got the footage of the cops in the stakeout in the car.
Pretty fun night, huh? Just you and me.
We see this cop has his lunchbox in his lap, and when he opens it, it's those old school 90s tin ones. That's Power Rangers.
Pass me the thermos of SpaghettiOs.
Here you go. I didn't forget this time.
Well, it's a darn good thing you didn't, because otherwise what was I going to do here babysitting you all night?
Why are you so grumpy?
This is day 6 of 7, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't peed in my own house in 8 days. I don't know what I was doing on that 7th day.
It'll all be worth it when we snag him, all right?
What? Snag him for what?
That's my idea.
Oh,
That's why I
no.
told you to bring your Japanese samurai sword.
You know I always have that on me.
Yeah, we're gonna plant it on him.
It makes no sense. This is
What? We're doing a stakeout. I hit the button.
It's not a manual.
It's,
Sorry, I'm Red Power Ranger's roommate. You guys look really, really suspicious. What's going on here?
you.
What?
I'm his roommate, yeah.
Yeah, you played Rita Repulsa.
Oh, shit!
Oh, I recognize you.
Oh my God.
Shit, y'all live together?
Yeah.
That's ironic.
It is.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is like your idol.
This is my idol, you
He's
know.
got tattooed
I was
on
every
his arm.
episode there was one you had him in a headlock, and I'm like, you know, I know what vein you could put the pressure on to end this forever.
We cut to an interview with Rita Repulsa and the Red Ranger. So, Rita, we know that's not your real name, I'm sorry, but can you tell us about how, when you guys met each other, you're what caused him to reform and stop his chronic fecaline?
I think he's got something to say.
No, man. Go ahead.
Actually, I think he just passed out.
You're good. He asked you a question, man. You go.
Yeah. No, I'm a struggling actor. That's really the only thing I have in my IMDb, so that's why.
Yeah, you know, when I met old Rita here, you know, I was shitting everywhere, and Rita took me in. It took me in and showed me what it was like to actually care for a toilet. You know, be responsible.
Yeah, I got a bidet because it was a mess.
Yeah.
Well, your family told us that on top of potty training you, Rita is actually what put you back on the correct path and away from, you know, murdering and shitting on birthday parties.
Yeah, you know, whenever I'm feeling really down, like I want to do something bad, I just have Rita do that laugh. Do that laugh.
Can we see that, Rita?
Can you do that laugh?
Rita, can we see it?
Rita, can you do the laugh?
Rita.
Please zoom in on Rita's face for the laugh.
Rita, can we see
Rita.
that?
Rita, can you do the laugh?
Rita, fucking laugh!
Can you do the laugh?
Rita!
Rita, can you do the laugh? Oh, thank
That
you.
was
Rita.
kind of a letdown.
It's different on
It was definitely better in the show.
Yeah, it's usually more. It's usually a little more high pitched, like. It's usually like that.
It's not like that at all.
We got to an interview with Richter, the creator. All right, so, that was then, this is now. What do you plan to do with your 15 spin-offs that are actually reaching Japan now? What are the future plans for the brand?
Well, actually, since the Red Power Ranger is hitting off so much, I decided let's make a show about him. It will be called Red Power Ranger. It will be just him. I think he can take the helm, even though he doesn't like pressure.
Is Rita disappointed you're not calling her back for these spin-offs?
She's very disappointed. And she keeps laughing. I don't know why.
Okay, do you have a message for the children that like to watch this show, specifically the 65 Roses community?
Yes, don't let your mucus take over your life.
No more spin-offs!